For the next comma rule, we are going to learn all about. Oh, hey, Arnold. You know what? You are interrupting me. I was just about ready to teach the next comma rule. But that gives me an idea. Would you like to help me teach the next comma rule? Great. All right, so for this comma rule, we are going to be teaching the students all about interrupters. Let's go. So tell me, Arnold, you were recently in a film. Can you talk to us a little bit about what you learned through that process? Oh, awesome. But you know what, Arnold? Even though you have a sentence here, I feel like we could give some extra information because maybe not everybody knows who you are, and maybe it would be helpful for them to know that you're a stick figure. So what about if we added this idea? Well, actually, I was thinking we could add it somewhere else in the sentence. Well, I was actually thinking we could add it to the middle of our sentence. So Arnold, we could interrupt your sentence with my extra information. So we could say, I learned that I, even though I'm a stick figure, can break free of the narrator during my film. Well, Arnold, I think it's a little bit confusing because I've interrupted my sentence. I, as my subject, can break free is what I'm doing to give my extra information in the middle. But if I get some help from some punctuation, this won't be quite so confusing. So I'm actually going to put a comma in front of my interrupter, and I'm going to put a comma at the end of my interrupter. And so I'm going to end up with the sentence, I learned that I, comma, even though I am a stick figure, comma, can break free of the narrator during my film. Arnold, you are absolutely right. I could separate my interrupter from the rest of my sentence with commas, but there's some other punctuation that will do this as well. So for example, I could do parentheses, and I would have a beginning parentheses and an ending parentheses around my interrupter. And then my other option is I could even do what we call dashes. So I could put a dash at the beginning, at the end of my interrupter. Look at one more example. So Arnold, now that you're free, what do you think you're gonna do? Wow, you wanna go to Disneyland? Of course, and see the Eiffel Tower. You know, that is a great place that we could put another interrupter. Because Arnold, so many people usually wanna go to Disneyland, we could add the interrupter, of course. And again, we could put it in the middle of the sentence. In fact, let's put it right after Disneyland so we know what we're talking about. But again, because we are interrupting our sentence, and of course is extra, we don't need it for our sentence to make sense, we're going to separate it from the rest of the sentence with commas. So we're going to end up with, I want to go to Disneyland, comma, of course, comma, and see the Eiffel Tower. And as we just learned, we can also use dashes. So we could say, I want to go to Disneyland, dash, of course, dash, and see the Eiffel Tower. And finally, we could use parentheses. So we could say, I want to go to Disneyland, beginning parentheses, of course, ending parentheses, and see the Eiffel Tower. So remember, when you interrupt a sentence to give extra information, you're going to set that extra information apart from the rest of the sentence with commas. Thanks so much for your help today, Arnold.